two brows that almost look identical. Alright, let's brush this one up. Brush, brush. Oops, wrong side. There we go. I guess this will work. All right, so on to the next. Now what I'm going to do is go back to my skin and how that looks. Remember, I have the eye brush, the PA1. I'm going to use that in my contour kit by BH Cosmetics right here. What I'm going to do is grab a little of that golden tan look, a little bit here. I like to just get them all there together. And I'll just go here, swipe up, down, over. Then I'll get a little bit more of the reddish tone. This is to bring back my undertone, because I definitely have a red undertone and I like it and I want it there. And I'll take a little of that yellow golden. Okay, another one of my favorite tactics is to use the same BH Cosmetics powder, or I'm going to use this to do my eyelids. I'm going to do a little shadow on there, but I like to use this for my eyelids because when I'm doing something very quick and natural, I will use this. So again, that red tone is my fave. It's my fave, cause I like it a lot. Like it a lot. Hold on. All right, sorry about that. I had a malfunction. Mic had moved. Hopefully that didn't ruin my audio. But what I'm gonna do is take that red tone and first let me blend out my eyeball, my eyelid. It is my eyelids are oily, so it will collect the makeup. It will collect it instead of let me be great. Now all I'm doing is tapping that in. Boom. And this is another one of my Eco Tools brushes. This one is the blurring brush. So it's used to blend, but I'm using it to pack right now, just because I'm going to use it to blend as I keep going. I don't know, I have a thing where I don't like to pick up a new brush. So I get a blending brush that I like, and I start with the lighter base. so that I don't have to worry about, oh no, I'm blending my dark part into it, you know? I don't have to worry about that. Because I go from light to dark. And this is normally quite close to, like I said, my undertone of my eye. So when I pack it in, I'm just trying to get it an even coat for both eyes so they look the same. So if one looks more saturated than the other, go back. Don't leave it looking like that. You're gonna hate it later. Now I'm going just almost up to my brow, not completely up to my brow, because since I have a hooded eye, this is where I get to show off most of my makeup when it comes to gradation and my blurring or my blending, because when I open my eye, as you can tell, all my lid, see that? All that? Oh. So yeah, let's have a little fun. Now I'm going to use that slightly pinker tone here. Let me show you, because I'm still using that contour kit. So I broke off the lid. Don't be bothered. Again, I told you this is one of my favorites. I'm going to use this pink one here because I like that pink tone. It's going to grade down, just be a gradient right on down there. And I start in the inner corner with this. And I just, whoop, do just like so. Pat it on in. Because what I'm doing is bringing down that gradation of color. This one I'm doing mostly matte on my eyelid for a reason, because people want to know how to do a less drastic look. So this is how I get that, by doing a more powder look instead. And it doesn't have to have so much pigment. Like, I don't care if it doesn't have that much pigment. I like it to have enough. Like, can you see that it's there? I'm not worried about it looking like the people in the back need to see it, because they don't. There's no people in the back right now. And what I do is just follow that arch of my eyebrow, just following it, but without touching the brow, without getting too close. I leave a very small amount of space between it, because I will use shadow later to put it underneath. So now I'm going to mix just a little bit of this, because this tone is a little bit too pale for me. So I use it on my eyelids mostly, and I put a little bit of that golden in there. I know people are probably like, oh, I thought you said you were going to go from light to dark. Well, I do this part backwards, because I kind of like when a little bit of the last color is still in the next one. Because this isn't glitter, this is just contour powder. But what I'm doing here is basically contour my eyelid. So it just looks a little bit more natural. But I am going to show you my favorite palette. Now, I normally would pick up some of this dark brown color, but right now I'm not, because I'm going to show you my favorite palette. It is by Urban Decay. When I say this is the it palette for me, like, I don't even touch anything else that I have. This is by Naked Urban Decay. It is the Heat palette. Oh my God, I love it because it is every color shade that I wear. I use every last one of these colors. There is not a color in this palette that I have not touched, because of the fact that I literally use all of these colors, but I had to buy all these different palettes to get all these colors. Look at it. It is a beauty. I know this is dirty up there, but whatever, don't mind that. The importance is these beautiful colors. Notice that my brush has been in all of them, because that means that's a good palette, baby. I like warm tones. I like natural tones. So for me, this whole palette was a move. That's my aesthetic when it comes to my face. Like, it's my go-to looks. So let me show you. So what I'm going to pick up is, I think I'm going to use a little bit of En Fuego and Ashes. And then I'm going to use just a little bit of, let me see, maybe Dirty Talk. That or Scorched. So first I'm going to pick up En Fuego, that one here. So what I'm trying to do is concentrate here in a corner of my eye. Get a little closer so you guys can see. And I'm just tapping that into that corner. This is how I try to concentrate it so that it doesn't do so much fallout on my face. And also so I kind of just automatically get that mark of where I want my shadow of my that's funny, the shadow of my eyeshadow. Anyway, the darkest part of my contour basically. And what I'm using En Fuego for is to balance out the darkest color that I'm going to use and just kind of gradiate it over. So it's not like, whoa, that's a stark contrast. So I feel like for me, natural makeup, that's the biggest part, is to get a subtle contrast, not so stark. Boom. And we're just gonna repeat over on the other side. And what I'm doing is just slightly bringing it up. So what I'm following is my eyeball. When I press it in, there's a mark that lets me know it's where my eyelid's gonna curve at. Since I have a hooded brow or eyelid. And I'm trying to achieve the same shape that I have on the other side. So here, I'm going to blend a little bit. So you can kind of see how it lifts my eye automatically. And it creates depth. That's why we do this. That's why we do this. I'm gonna use that same end of the brush. This brush came with the palette, but I'm gonna go into Ashes this time. So Ashes is this one here. And again, I'm going right in those corners, but I'm not gonna go as far over that I did the last time, because I'm trying to keep that gradation, remember? But I will go over a little further here. And we want those to be the same. Small circles in this situation because we have a tight eyelid. I can't do big circles like other people. There we go. Little ashes on the other side. So if you look, you see it's light, it's not a lot. Something that I can wear at work or just a day look in general. Now, a thing that I know is that I probably could get a better shape if I would switch hands, but I'm trying to do it on using the same hand, just to prove that you don't have to know how to switch hands to do this. There we go. We're just bringing that over so that it's creating the same look. Okay, and now we're trying to focus on shape. So I'm pushing it out on the edges. Because now the focus is, do these eyes look the same? If you want that to look a little less blotchy, you can go in with a second amount to darken it up a bit more. Just another little small swipe, what I mean a small swipe, because this is very pigmented. Go. Now I got a little bit here that I don't like that, but that's an easy fix. Now I'm going to switch to the fluffy side, and just to highlight my eyelids just a little bit, because I like a shimmer on my eyelid, I am going to use, I said I'm going to use Dirty Talk. Now I don't use that shimmer very much, but this is a very subtle shimmer, so I'm going to use it. I normally use Lumbre, which is more pink, but I'm gonna try this one today because it's more skin toned, I guess. And I'm just swiping that in the corner, a little bit of Dirty Talk, tapping it on the eyeball, right in the center. That's how you concentrate more color, right in the middle, where your pupil will be. And here, swipe first, get into that corner, and then tap. Here we go. Now I'll tap that one up just a little bit more. Right. We are getting there, honeys. I would say next I'm going to use this slightly fluffier angled brush, and I'm going to go into Sauce and Low Blow. Blow that off because I'm putting this right under my brow. And this is the time frame that I'm going to get really close to my brow because I want to make that nice looking cut of the brow. There we go. And for me, I like to bring my makeup up to my brow because I don't have space. So this is where I get to show off, okay? Everybody else can do it. Everybody else can do what they want. I gotta do it like this. Now I just went into a little bit of chaser. Just a small dab. Chaser is this one here. Because I want to get under that brow and lift it more with highlight. I like to use Sauce and Low Blow just to give it, again, I don't like things to just jump from one color to the next. I like them to flow. So that's why I do that at first. So that can blend well into the Enfuego and the contour tone that I put on my face. All right, this brush that I was using to fix my eyebrows, I'm going to use again just to fix my face here. The reason I'm using that is because it's literally the same makeup that I was using prior. Oh, come on. Trying to get me demonetized before I can even try to get monetized. So bye-bye to the music. I don't have time for that. What I'm gonna do is just go right back here and cut that. Boom. See? And again over here, cut that. I'm just cutting off that extra color. I don't like shadow under my eyelid, my lower eyelid, so I don't do that. I don't know. I have a thing about my under eyelids already. I feel like they're dark naturally. I don't need no extra stuff under it for me. I don't like it. I just want mine to look clean and like I'm awake. Here, clean it up. Fix that corner. Blend in the corner. Boom, boom, boom. That is my eyelid. That is my super simple eyelid. Like, you might think it's not simple because if you don't do makeup, but honey, another makeup artist will be like, it's very simple. So, now we're gonna do this mascara and other stuff so that it can look flawlessly complete. So first we're gonna get our lowlights and our contour completed. I just put a few dots. And around the hairline. And a little bit here where your brow bone naturally goes. So the reason we do this here is to accent the jawline and get rid of that second chin you might have, or at least the illusion of one. Next, I'll go back and let me see what I want to use. I'll use this little guy here. It's a Ben Nye brush. The letters are all wiped off, but it's a very small head. A little bit. Use that to get my contour on my nose. Where I start for my contour is right at the brow. Go in. I'm not swiping a lot, I'm just doing this. And this is another moment where that switching the hands thing works out amazingly to get an even look. I don't want to look like I got a crooked nose. I already don't have a bridge. This is the best illusion for me ever. It gives me a bridge. And I just let my nose tell me where my brush goes. I'm not making a new face. And bring that down a little bit. So you can feel your music in my body. 'Cause you're the only other baby body. Okay. Where's my little brush? My favorite little baby. Where's my little baby? My little brush. I be moving stuff. What I do with it? Let me see. Oops, I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to snatch the whole situation down. Knock it all down. Now I just had this little brush because I used it to open up my what is it? Is this it? Ha, there it is. I'm like, I just used it to open up this cocoa bud. Where's my sponge? First, we're gonna take this baby right here and get up under there. Bring this over. People be like, you need to tap more. Well, I tap and I slightly pull only because I like the way that looks. Maybe that's how I get that airbrush look. Because I don't just tap, I pull just slightly. Like, my tap literally is like, let me show y'all up close. Get a little bit of this makeup out of my way. And after that, I do a slight flick of this. So. I like this stuff done. And for me, the slight flick of this pull just moves the makeup just exactly where I want it to be. And then I go back and I tap. Okay. Get this tapping bud. I don't know, the tap slight pull just give me a good little ombre effect. I done changed my whole situation. I go down into that crevice of my brow. Because naturally it's there when you see me. So why not be there naturally? And when you do that pull, you're pushing forward, but you're going slightly up. There we go. Bring it down. Come on, loud me, I think. Brush these up again. Baby, when I tell you I gotta think about these brows in the same direction, Grandpa ruined it. He would literally walk up to us and just slick our eyebrows down. So now I just have this thing where my eyebrows have to be down. So, gonna use my brushy brush again. Put a little bit more of that BH Cosmetics powder on, just to get that back. Alright, and I have another angled brush that I'm going to use to capture the contour a little better. So it's this NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt. This is the one I'm using. Clearly, you see, I love that one. So it's got a little bit more pigment to it, I guess, than the BH one. Just flick it. I don't pick up a whole lot more of the powder, just a little bit, just a little tap. Flick it. Get rid of that extra. You don't need extra fallout. Good thing about an angle brush is it's turning and it does its job on the little top. And what I'm doing here is just getting that double chin in order. Getting that second chin that wants to be a part of this. People like, don't cut it like that. Listen, I do what I want. And people seem to like it. I don't have to follow the makeup trends or others all the time. I do what I want to. Do what I want to. And then I'm gonna take that part the brush here again, come back, clean that off, already. He's looking real good. He's looking real good. Alright, so let me take my little brush here. I like to get that contour on my nose back cracking. I lightly tapping it. I don't want it drastic. I just like set contour. And I'm going in the dark one. Right over there. Into that face. Over there. Boom. 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 Okay. And then I'm going to put a little bit of this shadow on the cheekbone. See it all in the brow area. Remember how I said you can see where your face naturally shines? See, my face naturally shines there. You're just looking at where the light is hitting your face and adding your own little pizzazz. This is what it looks like with just powder. So let me show you what it looks like when I add a little bit of this here cinnamon by Fenty Beauty, the contour stick here. It is quite shiny, so you can't really see it. But I'm gonna take something and make. I don't know what one I want to use. So which one I want to use? I'll take this small one. And just put a little bit